and welcome along, guys. It's round one of season 4 here in the Red Bull Ring. We have, it looks like, about 37 cars on track, a mixture of Pro-Am and Am drivers. And along with myself, I'm Colin Mooney, and today we have the only amazing Aces. He is a great streamer, broadcaster and commentator, and pleasure to have you along as always. How are you today?
Hi, very good. What about yourself, Colm? Haven't spoken to you in quite some time now.
I know, I've been hibernating, just getting... Well, literally, I've been waiting for season 4 halfway through season 3, if I'm being honest, so... We're finally here. LFM Bop is now back in full force, of course. That kind of got ruined halfway through last season, but tonight, 2 30-minute sprint races, 10-minute qualifying, and then we get into it here. This is just going to be all about out-and-out speed, no worrying about mandatory tyres or pits or anything like that. I'm looking for some great racing here. Red Bull Ring, of course, the new track to this game. Not a new track to myself. I absolutely love it. It's super fast and flowing. I'm expecting some big overtakes and probably 1 or 2 big shunts.
We'll have to find out. Obviously, this track is, what you just said, one of the newest tracks in ACC. Hopefully, Nordschleifer coming in later in this year. Hopefully, next month is predicted to be released. But this is quite a small track, though. I think lap times are about in the 27s, 120 minutes 7, so quite a small track. So we might see some lapping happening between drivers. Only 30-minute race, though, so we'll have to see how different the pace is between the Pro and Am drivers.
Absolutely, and JS Mystery off the bat at 128.595, and he is a Supercharged Motorsports driver as well. He races for our team, and straight away throws it out into the... He's only one in the 28s at the minute, so looking forward to see what he can do as a show. His first official kind of season as a Supercharged Motorsport driver as well, so we're super excited about having him on board there as well.
Good to see a load more drivers in the Supercharged Motorsport team.
Absolutely, there's a few coming in, and we might be signing you if we get our cars right as well, from what I heard. We'll see how that goes and plays out. But having a look here, and on Friday, people, don't be afraid to sync up your liveries to Awesome Livery. There's a beautiful... I'm just delighted seeing Nissan out there. It's just so nice.
Is that an in-game? It looks more like an in-game.
Yeah, that's an in-game livery, but I'm just delighted to see it there. But hopefully he has his livery uploaded for the next race. Who doesn't love an old Nissan? And the Nissan actually has 16 kilos added to it here in the BOP. So it goes to show the Nissan is definitely back to being a decent car.
Good to see, obviously, diversity coming into this grid again with all of the new cars, both next-gen and old-gen cars, all being incorporated into the game once again. Obviously, we did see pre-1.9, I don't know what patch we're on, BOP just had what we saw was Ferraris and practically McLarens as well, and a few Porsches here and there. But now, obviously, we've seen the new BOP, both ACC and what LFM has been able to produce. It's been able to incorporate a lot more of the cars that we have seen in this game over the past, I think, 5 years this game has been out now.
Yep.
Now we do see quite a bit more of a diverse grid.
Yeah, and I know Oliver Anderson, I'm not sure why he can't make it tonight. He is in the Lexus. So we're actually nearly have all the manufacturers covered now at this stage, which is nice. Although I've not seen a Merc out there yet, have you?
I'm sad about that. I like the Merc. It's probably my favourite car as well.
That's a very good car, the Mercedes. But up at the top though, JS Mystery still on pole position at the minute on the 128.595. Otto in second, Antonio Otto at 128.752. Then we've got 2 very close down, Pavlov and Bulgaria, 128.957 and a 128.987. So getting super close there, and it's nice to see up to the top 11, 12, there's only a second covering them.
It's good to see that the grids are slowly starting to become more and more close in pace, but this is obviously something we will see with grids. Obviously, when you have multi-class racing such as AMs and Silvers and Pros all on the same track, you will start to see the gaps starting to increase between drivers, but it is just something that you will unfortunately see, and they can... You could say it can be a bit dangerous at times when Obviously, I'm not going to say any of the AMs are incompetent at all. That's definitely not the issue. But you do start to see less confidence in the AM drivers. Not all of them, but some of them that can affect other drivers on track.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of drivers, Dominic Geese, what are we expecting from him this season? He's normally been someone who's been always thereabouts at a podium. Do you reckon he's got what it takes this season to actually go for the championship?
I'm not sure. I don't see Dominic driving that often, to be honest. I have seen him there and abouts in SSRI as well. But he has quite strong potential. Obviously, he's in a team as well of Untalented Motorsports. He did seem quite strong in pace. Obviously, we haven't seen too many laps so far, even though we're coming to the end of qualifying. But P8 is quite a strong position up there. Currently, I want to say P5 in class, P6 even, which is still really good to see.
What I'm thinking with him, though, as well, you know, in the last two endurances in SSRI, as we spoke of it, you know, he's been carried by Oliver, so I don't know. I just thought I'd throw that little dagger at him there. Because
I was trying to be nice.
I just love doing it to annoy him. But he's been doing that. Oh, look at that. There we go. 128.2 from H. Benz. And then Bugale is after improving again. So JH Mystery doesn't need to start finding the time. He's dropped down to third as Team WRT's Henrik in the BMW there has got up. So BMW first, Porsche second, Porsche third, Porsche fourth. Okay, we're seeing a bit of a thing. 3 Porsches in the top 5. A McLaren, and then BMW, and then Maurice Blutan, another driver. He's come back after last season. I'm interested to see what he can do. He's been always thereabouts. He'll be in the Pro-Am side of things, I think, now, unless he's moved up to, oh no, he's gone up to Pro, so for some reason it's showing as an Am tonight, but I'll have to change that for the next race. He is a Pro driver.
Quick Am.
Yeah, he is definitely a Pro driver now. He got promoted after last season.
Good to see.
And yeah, it's looking quite close out there. The whole field is covered by about 3 seconds, and it does go to show there is a bit of a pace difference between some AMs and of course the fastest, as JH goes back on pole on 128.255 there from him. 0.015 splitting him and Benz at the minute, so literally between a length of a hair, if even, or the width of a hair. And anyone who's watching this evening, if you want to get involved with what Aces does as well, Aces, do you just want to tell us about your channels really quick?
I don't really post my channels much. I'm a very good personal brand. I usually do a lot of stuff with other brands, but I do have my own channels and stuff, but I barely use them, so I won't plug them at all.
Fair, I'm just trying to throw it out there for yourself, but that's fair. But I know obviously you do a bit of work with SSR as well. We got you in there, which is good. And we're always really happy to have you on board with us as when you can. Busy man like you.
Yeah, I'm doing quite a bit at the moment. I've got some actual really cool potential coming up on iRacing. Nice. Which is something I've never done before, but hopefully I can announce like very soon.
Interesting. And here's something interesting for you. Andre Batek.
In the wall. Is that wheel disconnect, do we think?
No, I just think he got his lap in and fucked it into the wall to stop.
As you do.
It's Andre Batek. P9 though, very good start from him. This is a driver who we've had nothing but hardship with for the first 2 seasons. If there was any incident, it was Batek, but he's come on leaps and bounds. So I'm going to call today, Batek should be aiming at a top 5 finish in the championship in pros. Ballsy one to say, but I think it's easily done for Batek. He's been getting better and more consistent.
I must say, I'm very impressed with Batek's performance. I've known Batek, not personally, but I've known him from a bunch of other leagues. Over the past 6 months or so, when I've actually been doing commentary, he did obviously start out, as what you were saying, a bit more of an incompetent driver. Yeah. But now he's starting to become very good, and obviously becoming very good with racecraft, very good with pace as well. And he's definitely got potential for maybe being on fight with the championship, may I dare to say.
I'd say that as well, and I think that's one thing that I've been very proud of Batek, because Batek was pretty much nearly kicked out of this championship for so many incidents. We've had loads of chats with him, and he's really improved something. I'm super happy for him, and I'd love to see him fighting for a championship. In fact, I would absolutely love to see him win a championship because I think his hard work paying off should go noticed. Because it's easy to rip on people when they're causing incidents and getting involved and stuff, but they don't get the thanks or the praise then when, it goes to show they really moved leaps and bounds. So I'd love to see him get a good result, to be honest.
So we do now see, hopefully the server doesn't have the issues. I've had to wait about 15 minutes before for a server to switch over. So hopefully that doesn't happen again, but we go on to the race server now.
I think it's set for 2-3 minutes. I normally give someone time after a lap to get a lap done.
Fair enough, but obviously, as you were saying earlier, a 30-minute sprint race format tonight. I think it's quite a hot track as well. If I was saying, I think it was 35 degrees track temperature. So that can be always quite interesting as well, but it's only 30 minutes, so you don't need to worry about the tyre wear as much as you usually would doing, let's say, an hour or an hour and a half race.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be an interesting one out there. I'm just waiting to see now when it loads in. We'll go through them all one by one and go through. Nice to see some nice looking liveries there. I know there is some in-game ones being used there, but some nice custom liveries as well. So what I'll do, let's go back here. Can we? Actually, I can't really go through them here. There's some nice looking.
Right to go into a grid walk.
Yeah. But there's the fastest time there, 1:28.242 by H Bench, JS Mystery, a 1:28.255. So literally barely anything between them. And then you see, of course, the BOP is in place. So that's with the BMW having 19 kilos added for the LFM BOP. He still was able to put it on pole. Minus 24 kilos for both Porsches. 19 kilo again for the BMW. The McLaren gets a whopping 22 kilos here. I think that's the hardest done by car on the track. It is. And just to show, look at the Nissan there in P20, 16 kilo. Hard to believe the Nissan, a 2018 car, gets actual weight applied to it. You'd expect in the BOP it would have lost it. So it goes to show Nissan around definitely the Red Bull ring is competitive.
Definitely is, and I wonder if what times we would be seeing if it didn't have any BOP implied on it at all. But obviously that is just something to keep it a bit more fair. But we don't see too many Nissans on the grid. I believe it might just be the one. Or it might be two.
And on Friday's there as well. Although his internet is having issues, so he'll jump in and out. Hopefully he'll get in for the race, but he did let me know earlier about that. Then the Aston Martin is at minus 12 kilos, as we're back into it here. Not letting me go to drive yet for some reason.
Oh yeah, you made a mistake. You shouldn't go back to our garage. There we go.
So let's go through the full grid now. Just release the controls so the car doesn't be hopping around. Right, so let's go to the start and we go through this. So in pole position, we've got H Benz. So this is going to be super interesting with these. There was literally nothing between them coming into this race, so this is going to be interesting. So JS Mystery is in second position. Then in P3 we've got Bulega and then Bhutan together. Going to be quite an interesting one as well. BMW and Porsche seems to be the goated cars around here, to be fair. The first 3 rows mainly Porsches, and of course then we have Aaron Holloway and Otto. I'm in love with Aaron's livery. Even though I made it, it just looks beautiful. Looking back at the old Williams livery of 1991 for Nigel Mansell. Then we have Kay Pavlov and Dominic Geese on the next row, Ferrari McLaren. Then we have the man, the myth, the legend, tipped to possibly win the championship by Aces. Mr. Andre Batek is beside Mr. Poole as well. That'd be interesting. Poole, good position for him. Then we have Usmanov and then Dunn next. Then we have Vergo and T. Dunn. Then we have Mr. Justin Wilson and it looks like M. Shelby. Then we have Mr. Wilson and Bartolucci. I'm going to ruin these Italian names. Bartolucci. Then we have Ambrugia. That's a mad looking Nissan there. Very, very bright. We won't miss that one. Then beside them is Gallimani, Fabio Gallimani. I'm going to ruin it. Sorry, bud. Then we've got Pryor and the Natalie. They're gonna ruin it. Then we've got Red Hat, and this is the thing. I can't see any names now at the minute, so bear with me. Let's move down. Where are we now? Right. Yeah, Nathan Warren is down further. Joe, what? I'm not even going to try and attempt the rest of the names. Let's just pretend we know them. There we
That's
go.
a great idea. Professionalism.
I know. I forgot the list.
May I dare to say that earlier, you said, "Oh, let's try and be a bit more professional on this stream."
Well, we are. We haven't done any cussing or anything like that yet.
Well, yes, you have.
Have I?
Yes, at the start of the stream.
Well, I don't mind a bit of cussing.
Oh, the rules change.
Yeah, well, look, to a point. I can't help how we speak. Well, yeah,
I'm also going to warn you. I am very rusty. I have been on for about 2 weeks, so
really?
I'm very rusty to say that. Yeah,
it's all good, man.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Oh, good. So, sorry, I'm going to run back down for the rest of them there. So, in 24th is Gallimani, Fabio Gallimani. 21st then is S. Pryor. Alfred Donatli is in 22nd. Reinhardt's in 23rd. Healy's in 24th. Chris Podicott in the Ferrari is in P25. P26 then is, oh my god, I'm not going to say it now. Reshenek. Car 97 is in P26. I cannot get that name. Nathan Warren then is in P27 for car 27. That's very cool. Then in P28 we've got G Scuto. P29 is S Algana. Then we have in P30 M Goda. In P31 is Iba Barto. In P32 we've got M De Filippi. Then in P23 we've got R33 M Forrester. And P34 is Orlata. And P35 is Adam Friday and the other Nissan. Then in P36 we've got A Tognoli. Then in P37 we've got M Grevschmull. And in P38 is Esgo. So Esgo, Cargo, let's go. As we get involved there now. So, what can the guys do? I'm just going to ask you, who you reckon is going to be the top three for the race?
Well, looking at qualifying, as you were saying earlier, it's very close between Benz and Mystery. So I have a feeling they might battle out for quite a bit of the race. Obviously, we still have 2 races, so there's still potential for both of them.
Yeah.
To win at least one race, but obviously there could be the odd anomaly or so that could happen during the race between these two. They battle too hard. I'm not going to say what might happen because I seem to have very bad commentator's curse at the moment. But I do want to say Benz might take the first race. He does have the inside line, does he? Yes, he does have the inside line going into the first corner, so that does help him out quite a bit. So we'll just have to see what happens between these two, because they do seem to be very close. Obviously, completely different kind of cars, completely aero difference. Obviously, one being mid-engine, one being front-engine, so that can help them in different sectors as well.
It's going to be interesting. 38 cars, 30 minutes before race 2, and we are going to be off any second.
From now?
Yeah.
It's been
perfect. Oh, JS got a great start there. And he has the inside line for the first corner. Bouton is going to look like he's going to try and get up into P3.
The corner does seem to get away.
Oh, I hear cars. Oh no, it sounds like everyone's got through. I don't see any yellow flag. We're fine. So
no, we do seem to have some side-by-sides happening there. It does seem the 992 of, I think it's Alan Holloway going. So we do see a big lunge. I don't know who it was behind. It does seem that as the BMW as well going off into turn 2 now, as we do see Aaron Holloway get a bit of a gap between the other 992 of Addo behind him. 2 will be quite close pace as we saw in qualifying, but it does seem Aaron Holloway does get moved down momentarily, as we do see another side-by-side happening there. McLaren and Porsche further down in the grid as well.
Brilliant stuff there. We're going to jump back a little bit further here on with Slaven Go. He's in P35. Oh, there is a little bit of an issue there. Mark Gauchma's gone. Latta's gone, but there's a car that's stopped on track. Hopefully he'll get going soon, because Nobody wants to be parked there like that, but we jump back on now with JH Mysteries. After pulling out a bit of a lead, it looks like on bends at the minute. Bhutan then has pulled out a good bit of a gap down to Aaron Holloway. So Aces, as a start goes, I'm very shocked only one kind of minor contact.
Usually I would expect more, not saying this league is anything incompetent at all, not saying that at all.
Oh, we talked too early, didn't we? Okay.
Maybe we should stop speaking.
Let's go back here and see what happened. That was a woefully bad rejoin by the Aston Martin, which in turn caused a little bit of
Friday.
Oh, who was the Aston Martin 99 that was? That was Goda. So Goda caused a little bit of an incident.
As you say.
And we do have stuff running there, so we will be able to check out all incidents, and drivers will get time penalties applied after the race. So JS leads from Benz, Bhutan third, Holloway fourth, Bulgaria up in fifth, Otto in sixth, Pavlov in seventh. Batek is in 8 ahead of Dominic Geese is in 9, Dan Poole is in P10, so Batek has gained a few positions there. Dunn is up 1 position in 11th, Wilson's up 5 positions in P12 there. Great start from him. Osmanov has lost 2 positions. Then look at the Nissan, Samuel Ambuga up 5 positions from P19, is now in P14. That's what we love to see there.
Good to see that Nissan, even though it had that bot, what could you say, that bot disadvantage of that, I think it was 16 kilograms, did you say?
Yeah.
That car does have, but it does seem it's still quite competitive up in P14. Obviously, it does come down to driver as well, which it does seem he's doing quite a good job keeping it in P14, also known as P3 in class, for that Nissan in silver class right now.
That's absolutely great to see. And on now with Stuart Pryor down in P20 at the minute, doing a good respectable job. He's up 1 position. Chris Polycott though, both supercharged motorsport drivers of Polycott and Warren also have repping their other community who I was an admin in several moons ago now. Great to see them doing a good job there in tandem at the minute, probably working together at this stage of the race. The Boatley of course breaking a huge hole in the air for that Ferrari.
The delivery does look quite nice, as we do see what seems to be, I think it's Alan Kinker in the team SPX. McLaren seeming just to go into the wall a tiny bit there. It seems a Ferrari is involved as well. Does go back on the grass, which it seems he does get it back, but there is a bit, he goes loose again and hits the wall again. There's a lot of damage, so unfortunately for that 720S, and he is in the pit lane as well as a few other drivers as well.
Pit lane's very busy from 33rd back. There's a few in there. They've all been having heavy hits. So Mr. Holloway looks like he's getting a bit of pressure upon him now by Ambugia. He pulls out of it though and going into turn 1. So Aaron is now becoming a cork in a bottle there, but that's great news for Maurice Bhutan in B3, because it gives him a bit of breathing space from these Porsches, all with 24 kilos lighter. Or essentially for him, I think it works out about 39 kilos lighter.
I think it's something like that, as we do see what seems to be a non-on-2 go very wide going into turn 2 there. It's that going to lead him to get a lot of pressure from the car behind. It does seem the other car does just get by for now. Odo not going to be very happy with himself, losing that position from just going too wide into turn 2, now going into turn 3. It does seem he's not going to do any sort of retaliation move just yet, which is usually a good thing, because usually that does end in a catastrophe, as we do see another few cars as well in the background still battling. That is, it's still very early into this race as well, so we do expect this to happen, and obviously we do see unfortunately the crashes that do happen sometimes when stuff goes wrong, should we say.
Well, it's racing. Of course it'll go wrong at certain times, unfortunately, but let's see how this goes. There's been quite a few incidents so far. Looking just at the incident spec sheet there, about 23 is being recorded now. Some of them will be people crashing by themselves, but it has been quite busy so far. Normally we wouldn't see as many for the likes of a sprint race like this, but these things do happen. Gonna look a bit further back to see what's happening on track now. We've got Wilson there in 28. He is fighting away there at the minute. But he does have a damaged Porsche ahead, so that could work out nicely for him. Soon enough, back on with Nathan Warren in that Boatley goes a little bit wide, gets a bit of understeer, but luckily enough, slows it down in time. Might have impeded his exit a bit, but that Bentley in a straight line, Ace, it's super fast, isn't it?
That Bentley is amazing. I do like the car. There's only one thing, and I was actually talking about this on the SSRI. I think it's Valencia 6 hours, the last one I did, with, I forgot who I was doing it with, but he's a British person who thinks it's still on the wrong side of the car. So I'm starting to lose faith in society that thinks the car that they actually made still thinks it's on the wrong side of the road. Not road, but on the wrong side of the car. So it's definitely something that isn't very used to being in ACC. Obviously, every car being on the left side and that being on the right side. So you see what seems to be Team WRT driver just going a bit wide then. Could have been a bit of a distraction going into turn 5 there, and gives him gravel a tiny bit there as well. But we do see now Sciotto getting very, very close there with, I think that's Ryan Tart as well in the other Ferrari 296, same machinery. So it's all down to obviously the confidence on the driver and the setup as well. There's only to play for in these kind of cars.
Yeah, he's doing as good of a job as he can do at the minute. Looking up further, he's man off under pressure here from Wilson. Wilson on the inside line. Oh, this is the McLaren though has kind of impeded him a little bit there. But luckily he's held on to position. Usmanov then goes P12, Shelby up into P13, Dunn 14. I think the Nissan did get slightly impeded. Let's go back 15 seconds, have a quick look. Yeah. Oh, that is so unlucky. He's after losing 3 positions there. But he done the right thing.
And that's the issue with, obviously, those kind of cars. Just having to go over a sausage curve like that can just lose your race absolutely instantly, as we just saw. McLaren got very wide. As we do see these two BMWs going side by side. They're going 3 wide there with the McLaren as well, but the McLaren does seem to be back market. Does he let him through? Yes, he does. He's still at it, as we do see the M4s do get the inside line there. Does seem we do get the move down. As we do see what happens to be a car going into the gravel trap there. I'm not sure if you saw that as well, Com.
I did,
I'm not sure if you got that slowed down.
I can't figure out who that was. There's been so many cars. I actually couldn't see who that was there, unfortunately, there. But we're on now with Marco De Filippi, who's losing out on the position to go at the minute. But he has the inside line. That Aston Martin got very squarely under braking there, didn't it?
Does. I have a feeling he might be running quite a low brake bias, which can cause that to happen. Same with ABS as well. But it does seem he will get a better at braking, but it's obviously going to be a lot more unstable. As we do see Lamborghini going very wide there, entering sector 3 now, which does cause Aston Martin to be all over the back of him again, as it does seem he goes wide once again, and he tries to look for a move there on the AMR. Isn't going to work just yet. In fact, it does seem the Aston just got a tiny bit of oversteer there going into the final few corners before the penultimate corner, as I don't know any of the corner names.
But you know what, I'm going to call out a little spoiler here. What I think is going to happen when they release Nuremberg, I reckon the new Vantage GT3 will be added with it.
I hope so, so with the Mustang.
Yeah, it'd be quite nice. Wink. Yeah, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Look at this battle here. This is P22, 23, 24 all together in a row. And P21. They've made
this
it.
Is all... They have made it, but we do see the Ferrari just gets in front of it. And it does seem the Team WRT driver there does just get a bit of oversteer there, as we saw on exits. We do see another Ferrari going for a lunge there. Not sure, I think it's right now, and it does seem that it's going to be a bit of contact between all 3 of them there, and that's going to cause them all to lose it there. And I think the only driver that did get past that was Ryan Tart, and unfortunately I think he did cause it, not trying to
I think it was the Ferrari. The Ferrari, it's not a move because you're initially going to pull the car back around to the inside. We'll have to look at that again. We're not shooting here in the race, but that was that was a toughie. That's all I'll say. Let's have a quick look.
I'm glad you blamed it on a Ferrari when there's 3 Ferraris involved in it.
Well, it was that 972 that started it.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I am a steward.
He's watching.
Well, Let's go back to this lad here. Jage Mystery, still ahead from Benz. It's in and around about a second or so now at the minute.
Well, this is where it gets interesting because we do see Benz does have the fastest lap. I'm not sure when that was set. It seemed to be could be a good few laps away, but it does seem that Mystery could be losing a tiny bit of time here. Not if not if Ben starts doing that often. But
you're cursing him the minute you speak. Oh, he's doing great next of all. Oh. But what it is, I'm just looking at the times there as you're stating. I can see last lap, on this lap we'll see now, is a 28.752 Mystery last lap, 28.705. This lap for Mystery, 29.012 versus 29.655. So they're kind of sitting in and around the same. Obviously he lost half a second there with that blunder going through the faster S's. I wonder how that happened.
But not commentators curse, trust me.
Not at all, but Aaron Holloway up in P3. Doing a phenomenal job. Let's give Aaron a bit of a course. Aaron's doing phenomenal. I'm delighted for him because he's repping the livery I made for him. And he trusted me. I said, Aaron, look, I'll make you a livery for this season, no matter what it is. I was going to go down the usual column route, but I said, no, I'll make something nice. So I'm delighted he's using it.
Column or column?
Column. Like film.
Let's not have that conversation again.
Top of the morning to you.
I used all my brain cells up. And Chris still agrees with me.
No. We're not going into this now. Marco Bugela in P5 for Wright Motorsports, doing a great job. Morris Bhutan is in P6 with Andre Batek up to P7.
It's trying to get further up in the order there. Obviously, he is under pressure there from what seems to be Pavlov and Dunn as well. So he just needs to try focus and try to gain a tiny bit of a gap between them, but it doesn't seem Pavlov is making that easy at all for himself.
No, he's Batek, I'm very proud of you, buddy. Then behind there is a bit of a battle there with Pavlov, Dunn, Dominic Geese sitting in P10. I'm wondering, is the Ferrari just a bit of a handful here? I know there is a bit of ballast added to it, but not as much as others.
I'm not sure. I'll be honest. I bought the pack for a race I was supposed to do just for the race to get cancelled. So I did a few laps in it. But it's hard to tell really what cars are really good around here. I still think back engine cars are usually the best because obviously there's a lot of downforce needed for this track because you want to try to take the corners at such high speeds, but then again you still have quite long straights as well, especially going from turn 1 to turn 2.
Yeah,
that is definitely quite a big straight there, so you just need to try and see if it's worth trying to go for top speed through corners or top speed in general.
Joe, we're going to go back here 15 seconds because look at this. Nissan is making moves up to P15. And do you know what the Nissan says to you? The Nissan's the fastest car around here, and the Jag, both front engines, just to blow your mind.
Are we going to have that conversation where you kept saying the Aston Martin's engine? I forgot what stream that was. That might have been Kyle Army, but I think every 5 minutes or so you were just complimenting the V12's engine.
I think I counted. I think I mentioned it about 45 times in an hour.
Yeah, I just kept acknowledging it.
Just think, oh my god, that's so nice. That's what we will do now for the crack. We're going to jump on board. So the Nissan Forest League. Sounds okay.
Sounds actually amazing.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I really like the sound of R35 as he does try to make a move there on Bartolucci.
Oh, yeah.
Going into the first corner, he does make a very late lunge and doesn't even get the move done. As we don't see where he is on the track, I feel like he is going behind now. So we do actually see he's on the right there. But that's actually another car. That is going to be... Who's that?
Nathan
that must
Warren.
be Warren in... Yeah, the 27 Bentley going into turn 2 now. It does seem he gets the move done after trying to go up position. He lost that position. Now going into turn 3, it does seem he's the curious to move for the time being.
He has indeed. The Nissan's dropped off a little bit there as well. Nathan Warren doing a great job. This, I have to say, the Boltley sounds really well. And there's your favourite seating position.
Call me a passenger.
You're sitting in the passenger seat, mate. Now, I'm just going to hurt people's earlobes now. The Beamer. It's the most boring car.
It sounds amazing in real life, I'll be
Oh
honest.
no, in real life, yeah, it's beautiful. In here, it sounds like crap.
Dyson Hoover.
Oh,
No, that's
I hate it. Now, one of my favourite cars, on fairness, is this. Just a noise out of the Porsche.
Dyson Hoover, yeah. I wish your noise suppression didn't cut that out.
literally, like a Honda back in the day. And then the Ferrari. I have to say, iRacing does the Ferrari sound way better than ACC.
Obviously that new rain update in iRacing, I haven't been able to try it out yet. But it does seem quite promising. It does seem that every single person likes it, apart from Facebook users.
Yeah, but on Facebook, you're just getting nothing but keyboard warriors most of the time anyway.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna join in later on. Ah, lads.
Do you know iRacing Rain came out?
Oh, it was absolute murder and then walk off. Actually, here's a car we weren't in here. I do like the Macca.
Yeah, it's my main car, if I'm being honest. I know it's a very basic car. I've used it since the original 720S.
Yeah.
It's just a car I've gone along with quite well, and I've had the most success in it as well. Being able to win a few endurance races here and there. But it's just a car that I absolutely love.
Fun fact, Nathan Warren's up 10 positions at the minute.
Being from 27th to 17th is such a good relief there for that Bentley currently in P17, but it does seem he might have a tiny bit of pressure from Pryor behind him. Is he going to try and make a bit of a gap for himself? It does seem he is trying to do that, but we do see Galamini behind, in front of him as well. If he can try aim for a P15, I reckon that is a good start to his season, to say the least.
Fun fact again, though, the most positions goes to Esco. He started in last place, and he's an Irish driver, so it makes it even more impressive. Couldn't start to Slaven. Talk to Ramadan. I know he's not an idiot. He's not an idiot. I won't call him an idiot. Do you want to know who the biggest loser is? The biggest loser, other than me, is Mr. Dan Poole, down 18 positions.
He's gonna love you for calling you that.
I'm telling you. Second biggest loser is M. Healy, down 13 positions. And then the word that you love saying, Mr. Vargiaoui, down 12 positions. Marco, I'm sorry, bud, but that's a hard name.
Welcome to Supercharged, where we don't congratulate drivers for winning, we criticise them for being bad.
No, it's not serious. There's nothing criticising. They're the biggest losers. I'm looking at the positions gained and lost at the minute. I'm going to point out who's lost the most, okay? There's no favouritism here. You'll all get abused equally and fairly.
No tolerance.
No tolerance to any of that shit. Right, back on with a serious stream that we're doing. Because it's very serious. Galamani is up in P16. Alfred de Natale is a bit ahead, so he's not going to do much there. Back on with Dominic East now. Oh, I nearly said a word I shouldn't have. Thank God. Anyway, he is fighting now. Could be up into P9.
I'm back.
You know the word I'm saying.
I'm going
I didn't, and I'm proud of that. He's up into P9 now. He has the inside line. He should hold on to it. He does indeed. He gets the move done there. That's beautiful stuff there by Dominic. Nobody was harmed with that overtake. Batek running in P7. Although he's catching up to Morris Booten. Morris Booten is actually going to be under a bit of pressure now. Are we going to see the lights flashing though? Because Batek loves using those flashers.
Why did you have to bring that up? In the last 9 minutes now, he is gaining, as we have seen throughout the few final laps as we have seen. But it isn't enough just yet. But obviously we can't see anything happen. We do see him making quite late lunges going into the final corner there. I don't think he's enough for slipstream just yet, but obviously we can use the wing as a reference point to see how much he gains. But in fact, he's not even in the slipstream at all. It does seem Pretend tries to go for a bit of a defensive mode on there. It's like he's playing F1, but he's definitely not. These are definitely GT cars. As it is, he loses a tiny bit of time there, but obviously still has 8 minutes. Can he make it done? I'm saying about maybe 6, maybe 5 more laps left of this race. There's still quite a few laps for potentials. We do see Patek going for a very late lunge. They're going into turn 2. It just seems he's going to just lay it off the train a bit and just... He doesn't need to make any sort of late lunges like he is doing right now. He seems he's been quite desperate to try get P6, but he still has quite a while. It's not a very good chance he'll get P5 as he goes for another very late lunge going into turn 5 there.
Yeah, just in from his race engineer, he's flashed that much, he's blowing the bulbs.
Or his wheel button.
I know, to be fair about it, he's doing a good job and he's not braking too much later. He's braking to his own braking. Like he does brake a little bit later than Morris, I've noticed, in every turn. So Batek is a more aggressive style of driver than Bouton. Bouton will be a bit more smoother than him on his inputs, where Batek is a little bit more harsher. And that's what you can notice there, is definitely Batek brakes a few meters later every time, and he gains that time, but then he has to let off the throttle because he comes so close down to the back of Bouton. So even now he's going to lose a bit of time on the exit because he had to let off slightly there, and that gives Bouton just enough to stay in front.
There it is.
There's the flashers. Come on, Batek. I waited a lap.
Not a lap, a season.
Oh, Bouton gets a bad exit there. Now Batek is right there with him. I have a feeling Headicam might give us some action here. Bouton has the indicator on. Not going to the left though. Batek's going to the left. I think that's going to be off.
He is going to try to go for a switchback. He's going to go down, and they're both going to have contact there, and it's going to spin him out. That's a way to get P6, I will say you that, but I'm just also going to notice, not to break your heart there, but Dominic has been awarded a drive-through penalty as well.
I just seen that as that happened there. Oh, Batek. Unlucky. Stewards will look at it after, but yeah, Dominic Geese is going to be absolutely raging here. Of course, it's half points for each race now as well, so it all coincides. Last season, I made a boo-boo and I just had to stick with it where I get full points for each race. So that's fixed. So it is only half points. So realistically, a bad race in the first part, once you can still salvage some of the points, you could redeem yourself in the second race, as there is going to be another 10-minute qualifying where you get to go again. I'm sure qualifying might be a little bit different as well, with everyone's eye being back in the ball as well. So 6 minutes left to go. Will JS hold off Benz? So he's pulled out quite a bit of a gap now, in fairness to him.
Yeah, we just have to see, because whenever we say this, it does seem to go for a bit of an east turning, should we say.
And you can see there for Aaron Holloway, once Otto got by him, and then Marco Bugella gets by as well. They've really kind of spread out a little bit. So Aaron at the minute is in P5. The car behind him, he's not actually racing on track as he's just after lapping them. That's Adam Friday in P33. Adam Friday is a phenomenal driver. He did race last season in the Honda NSX. He's the kind of guy that will choose something different. He doesn't want to be just in an overall fast car. Of course, he could be more competitive in a car that he's used to, the likes of the Porsche, that where he can get a bit of time out of it. But he does enjoy racing the older car, so that's why he's in the Nissan now.
It's still a good car, but I think around the few tracks it is a bit weak. Obviously, Spa being, I want to say, one of them, because obviously not being able to take Blanchimont flat is definitely a weakness.
Yeah.
That I think that's the only car that actually has that weakness.
No, they're doing a good job on what Marcus Goda there, of course. So Mr. Mark Healy is in P37. Then we've got Alessio Tognoli in P36. Then we have Rodrigo Lata in P35. Mark in P34. I'm not saying your surname.
Good luck, mate. You're on your own foot. So.
Grev Schmoll, I'm going to go with Grev Schmoll. Then Adam, of course, in P33. Then Algana in P32. Then De Filippi in P31. Then Goda is in P30. Vorster is in P29 with Roshchanak. Is it Roshchanak? In P28. I'm ruining these names anyway. Then Mr. Poole is in P27. An easy one for me to say, Go, is in P26. Then we've got Polycott in P25, so that's Chris Polycott. Then we have, is it Rendhart in P24?
Reintar, I think.
Do you want to give that one a go?
Video.
Very good. In P23. Wilson is in P22. Seattle is in P21. Seattle. Then we have a Muga in P20. And a slightly bright looking Nissan. Then we've got Lucci. Luca is in P19. Forza Luca. Then Dominic Geese is in P18 after his drive-through that was actually. Then we've got Fabio Gallimani is in P17. Then we've got Stuart Pryor in P16. Nathan Warren is up in P15 there. Then we have Makuta Shelby, part of the Shelby brothers there, is in P14. Natalie is in P13. Then we've got Terry Dunn in P12. Usmanov is in P11, doing a great job there. Morris Bhutan is in P10. Then we've got Stephen Wilson in P9, great job from him. Barry Dunn is in P8. Pavlov is in P7, or Pavlova I'll call you if that's okay. Then we have you're laughing. Then we have Batek in P6. Holloway, Patrick Swayze is in P5. Then we have Bugala in P4, Otto P3, Benz in P2, and JS Mystery in P1 at present. So that is the order. JS is kind of just gone into a world of his own. Are you hungry for a bit of Pavlov? Pavlova.
It's only the first race.
I know, mate. We can have that kind of banter. That banter is fine. But not the kind of banter me and Oliver used to have. That's now no longer allowed.
Yeah, that's both of our reputations gone.
Oh, have you seen me and Oliver actually doing a podcast now? I might as well plug that. We'll be releasing another video in the coming days. We done kind of just a bit of a chat about kind of what we thought about the Formula 1 season coming. It's over on Supercharged Podcast on YouTube. And we're doing a video basically now where we predict the drivers are going to be in 2025 and see how wrong we are, of course, when that happens. We're going to be doing loads of cool videos like that, and if you ever want to get involved, let us know. We can get you in with bad predictions as well if you want. But we will be doing kind of podcasts after race as well. We have an after race one as well to kind of analyse after race. I need to upload that soon as well. We'll be doing that from every single race throughout the season. And of course in our Discord, if you're not already aware, for viewers, Discord community members alike, we do actually in our Discord stream all the races live. So if you don't have Sky Sports or any kind of F1 TV or anything like that, we do provide the races free of charge in our Discord in the live streams chat. Or you just basically stream it, press live, mute my mic, and you just can join in and watch. You can't hear anyone else talking or anything like that, and you can just enjoy the race. FYI.
Yeah, don't say that.
Why?
That's way till I get Sky Sports at your door in a second.
Well, they can't really, because at the end of the day, it's done through an app on Discord. I'm sharing my screen. I'm not legally doing anything. I'm not selling it to anyone. I'm not making money off it.
True.
So they can come into my door. They'll get good old Irish. Come on, let's hate you.
I would not be going to that Irishman's door.
Oh, drive through for Shelby.
Having to say this lap on the final lap as well. That was very unfortunate.
Horrible. So JS Mystery here. Great start to the season for him. Race 1 of 2 in round 1 goes to JS here. Benz, I'm sure, will be looking for amends in the second race. But, very impressed with that one there from JS, not gonna lie.
It's very good to see, though. Obviously, this is a new grid, so a lot of these drivers I don't actually know. Mainly, I haven't been here for a bit of time as well.
Yeah.
But it's good to see that the drivers are starting to come. I'm not sure. Was it last season that we had 2 splits? 2 servers, sorry.
Yeah, and then we condensed it into one after the LFM bop ruined everything.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So you see everyone going across the line now. Obviously, Jay Ash winning the race. Very well done for him. Obviously, still another race. Can he pull it again for the second time? Or are we going to see a new winner for the second race of the season? You could say Bend as well coming across the line. All of the other cars all the way to the top 4, it seems. Crossing the line now. I thought I saw a stationary car on track, but it's a billboard.
Oh.
I think I need to go to sleep soon.
Yeah. So then we've got Holloway P5, Batak P6, Pavlova P7, Dunn is in P8, Wilson's P9, stop. Wilson's P10, Usmanov's P11, Dunn is P12, Donatelli is P13, Galamani is P14, Pryor is P15, Dominic East back up to P16, so he gained 2 positions in the last 2 laps after serving the drive-through. Then Bartolucia and Buga next, Wilson, Nathan Moore then a P20, good race for Nathan. Scuto is in P21, Vergrau P22, 23 for Reinhardt, Shelby P24, Go P25 from starting last, that's great for him. Polycott is in P26, Dan Poole in P27, that name is in P28, Forster is in P29, go to P30, De Filippi is in P31, fighting up to the line, P32 for Algani, Adam Friday P33, P34 to Grev Schmall, Lata is in P25, Taglioni is in P36, and Healy is in P37. That is race 1 done with. We'll be qualifying for race 2 in just a second, and this is going to be super interesting to say the least. And actually, while we are doing that, we return to garage anyway. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to restart my race control, because my own timing stopped. And you were saying the time wasn't on the screen for you, was it, as well?
No, you need to click I on game.
But there's no I in team.
What?
I know, I'm just annoying you.
I'm running on 2 hours of sleep.
Alright, mate. Alright. Just give me a minute, mate. Is that alright, mate?
Oh. Still remember when you said professional stream?
Yeah, we are professionally streaming right at the minute. Just checking that. Professionalism. Yeah, we're having fun. There's a difference between fun and boring. Right, so that's back on there. Let me see. Grand. Right, done and dusted. I think that was actually a split win for Aaron Holloway as well, so congratulations to Aaron. You're not as useless as we all think.
Do you know something interesting that happened when installing my PC?
Go for it, go for it. Oh, yeah. How are you finding actually the new motherboard and CPU?
Oh, yeah. So a bit of context. I think it was probably at close to midnight or so. Me and Con were researching PC parts for my new PC. And I finally got the new parts and stuff, which is very good. So it's such an upgrade compared to what I had previously. But 5 things happened that weren't great. First thing is I got a static shot, so I thought everything was going to be broken. Second of all, I installed the motherboard upside down. Don't ask. Third, my CPU cooler didn't fit.
Whoa, reverse back. How is it possible to install your motherboard upside down? Just please walk me through this. No, walk me through this.
My name's Alex.
Yeah, I'm just going to put the HDMI lead through the front of my PC just to get it in. DisplayPort through the side of the PC.
It worked in any direction, all right, even though there is definitely a logo that was supposed to be the right way up. But the fourth thing that happened, I had to activate Windows and it took me 6 hours. And then the next thing that happened was none of my USB ports were working, and then I realized I didn't plug in the USB ports on the motherboard.
Yeah, you'll always get that when you build something. You'll always notice that you mightn't have put in one thing. I think the only thing that I didn't do when I changed my motherboard like what was it, 2 months ago when I built mine last time, was during the fan controller. So then I have to reconnect it up because I have all my fans, like I can adjust all my fans through a controller and stuff like that. But how are you finding it? You've got a 5800X 3D is what you went for. How are you finding it? Is there a massive difference?
So compared to what I had originally an i7 7th generation, going from obviously I think what was 4 cores to 8 cores.
Yeah.
Huge difference. Obviously a new motherboard as well, which I can do so much more with.
Yeah.
As well, and I've definitely not been playing around with every single button, wondering out what everything does. But yeah, it's definitely really good, and I'm hoping to install my new graphics card soon.
Nice.
Well, when it arrives.
What graphics are you going with?
4060 Ti.
Nice. Very, very nice.
Indeed.
But,
and then I don't have to install anything else.
But in terms of what you've done with your graphics card that you've had for a while, how much of a difference is there in FPS?
What in my current GPU to my next one?
Yeah. No, from your current GPU, from the old motherboard to the new motherboard with the new.
Oh, I see. So I haven't played many games, so I've been playing a lot of Ready or Not, the SWAT game.
Right.
And I think I was going from 110 FPS to like 240.
Oh, wow, okay.
So yeah, there's quite a big difference.
Yeah. That's down to that 3D cache for the L3 cache as well.
Big difference. I'm just going to pretend I know what that means.
Do you remember I was boring you that night going, oh, this one's really good because of this? And then you looked at your own, which had about like 10 megabits of megabyte, or I think like 10 meg of that cache. If even, actually, it might have been half that again. But I nearly had no one.
7.
Yeah. And you were like, Jiminy Jillikers, Batman.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said, and I quoted that.
I know. I was like, wow, this lad speaks a bit posh for my liking. He was born in 1950. Jiminy Jillikers. Goody gosh, sir. I was flabbergasted.
Yeah, you'll never catch me speaking like that because I don't know how to pronounce those words.
Goody gosh, no. But back on to what we're actually meant to be doing, which is talking about drivers.
Oh yeah, there's a race going on. So
well, it's
with this race,
qualifying.
Stacking qualifying, we do see none of the cars have set a time just yet because obviously qualifying's only just started.
Yeah.
But going further up, as we did see, it's definitely, we can predict obviously what the grid is more or less going to be like. Obviously we did see those few anomalies with the drive-throughs and other sort of incidents that did happen during the race, so we could obviously see a more closer packed grid unless obviously catastrophe happens again. But it's just about trying to get the qualifying in laps first before worrying about that. But it does seem that Batek has got that lucky spot of still having quite a bit of clean air between him and the car in front and the car behind. But can he maintain that for the next 6 minutes? Or is he got to try to go back into the pit? But I don't think there's not enough time to do that.
Well, he's 6 minutes left, so plenty of time, I'd say. If he just pulls off straight away, jumps in and gets back out, because it's short enough lap around here. Batek at 120. Well, Ben's straight back up there, 129.1 now. He's nearly a second off where he was. It wasn't a 128.2 he done in qualifying 1, so that's going to be interesting to see the difference. Jayesh hasn't even gone out yet.
I think he might be starting from the pits because he's not going to have enough time really to set a good lap with still having a good breathing space, because he's currently, well, he's risking himself with doing a one-shot quali as we do see him going on down on the jacks now, and he might be driving out right now, but it doesn't seem he is, so he might be staying in pits. We could see, as we do see Friday, but we do see him coming out of pits as well. We don't see Friday moving though at all. Does seem he comes out of pits. Maybe he was doing it to try and lose a tiny bit of the chaos, but it does seem he has just been entered into that humongous chaos. So I'm not sure what his plan was really with that, but we do start seeing the times are coming in this. We do see there's a 9-second gap between first and last in qualifying times right now. Hopefully that does decrease, but it's definitely something that hopefully will, because it might have just been a bit of a dew clap. We'll have to see what happens with those.
There we go. Mr. Marco up onto the 38.5s now. So that's what we're expecting to see was in the 28s. So
I was about to say.
Jesus, gone for an old Sunday drive.
Fell asleep.
You're pretending, oh, that's great.
Well done.
Super. But he's done a great job. Imagine bless his cotton socks.
I'm not sold anyone's face, alright. But you can get gold star.
Yeah. Well done, there's a participation medal for you. But no, that was a great job. That was a great job there, in fairness. He's a lot closer this time around. Morris Booth in a 128.4. Okay, so these guys are all after getting their eye, and that's a massive difference in time for Morris Booth on there as well.
Just 3,000 of a second between them both, P1 and P2. It's obviously different cars to what we've seen. It does seem Benz, and obviously what we did see was, I forgot his name again. You're going to have to remind me of the Porsche 992, who was the race winner
JS
last
Mystery.
time. That mystery.
He's very mysterious.
It's very mysterious, but do we see him going further up in order, or do we see him maybe starting further down, which could lead to a lot of opportunity for other drivers to actually try and win this race? But there wasn't too much of a time difference between Mystery and Benz at the end of the race. Obviously, it's only 30 minutes, so there's only so much of a gap you can make between him and the driver behind you.
You know what? I think JS should be either first or second. My opinion.
Let's see how wrong your prediction is, like the F1 season.
No, not at all. Dominic Geese as well. My F1 prediction is right enough so far.
Oh, it's like my F1 Fantasy League. It's awful.
My fantasy has nothing to do with F1.
Okay.
My fantasy is to have
Don't
myself.
bring Oliver into this.
No, is to own myself a real life 1998 McLaren F1 car and then drive around on Dead Park. That's my dream. It's never going to happen, but I'll definitely go for it.
Whoa. Never say never. You know, I could see you rocking up in the island Dublin with an F1. Oh my days, my brain is going.
Imagine that V10, absolutely the loudest thing on earth, just driving through the city. What?
And then rust because of the salt that you guys have on your roads.
No, that's the UK have rusty cars. We don't want you madman.
Whoa. Our cars are fine.
No,
I've got
honestly,
a car down the street. There's a DVLA clamp.
Honestly, I can tell you here now, you go to the UK getting a car disintegrates with the rust. Ireland's actually fine for rust. It's honestly, it's more people that live on the coasts of the UK and that get really bad. Or if you get some boys from Japan that like to leave their cars out right beside the sea and that as well, you can get a few Jap imports that are rotten.
Yeah.
JS Mystery P1 at the minute at 128.330. Benz P2 128.370.040 between them as well. So they're absolutely flying up. It's a much closer field this time around. 1 second all the way down to P16.
So yeah, my prediction was completely out the window. But it's good to see that he might be, obviously, I'm not sure, you're going to have to remind me, is the points totaled per race or in total between them two?
So, they get half points for each race.
Oh, I see.
Dominic East puts himself up to P11. Dominic is not enjoying himself around this track.
Obviously a track not a lot of people have experience around because it's very new to this game, unless you played other games with it, but obviously it's quite a simple track.
Yeah.
In terms of how many corners there are, but it's just not everyone's cup of tea.
No. What is your cup of tea? 2 sugars?
Nah, no sugars. You're with if you have sugar.
Good lad. You gotta be a man. Adam Friday hasn't gone out. Adam was just gonna sit in the pits, I think. That's him.
Now is that allowed?
Yeah, if he wants.
Okay, so that's quite different to a lot of what This is one thing. This is why I have a notepad just for different rules for different servers, because I will start mixing up rules accidentally, and it does go into absolute chaos mode.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of people. Well, most servers do have the same rule of obviously you have to qualify, but it's obviously we do see other leagues of special like Supercharge and a few other leagues. I'm not sure if ART does the same thing as well, but qualifying is, you could say, an optional thing, but I don't think it's really a great idea, mainly because it can lead to incidents if there are obviously a faster driver trying to do a last to first challenge, because that
That's
is
their own
just
choice. If they do that and get murdered, that's their own problem.
yeah.
Like, that's why you see sometimes F1 teams, like the midfielders not qualify in P10 back in the days where they had to use a set of tyres from qualifying 2 in the main race. They just intentionally didn't qualify to get into the top 10. So at least that way they'd choose the tyres. Some people, like, it's up to yourself. It's your own prerogative. But if you're starting at the back, you're more than likely going to be involved in an incident that happens on track. Because by the time you react when it happens, it's going to be too late and there's going to be murder around you, the kind of way.
Yeah. It's just something that I think no leagues will ever agree to each other with. But it's obviously
I get why leagues do it. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely get why they do it. I do, like, personally, I would rather see everyone qualify. Like, I would rather qualify to the best of my ability, and then if I die, I die. It happens. Like, it is frustrating if you do get murdered, but if you do an error yourself, you can live with it. If someone else hits you, that does happen as well. So
yeah, I agree.
I understand both points of view now. I just go for the thing, let them do what they want, because there is some people that, like, Adam mightn't be fighting for a race win, so he might think, Joe, I'll start at the back and if I see any incidents, I'll just get by in game positions. He might have had a bad start in the last race, he might have been tipped in the last race, that kind of way, so I don't mind that kind of stuff. We're happy enough to let that happen, I think, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just yeah. I don't really have a point of it because I've never. Oh my days, my brain's going. I've never owned a league, obviously, and I don't think I will because it just seems such a hassle with all the management. That's why I respect the load as well.
I love doing that. It doesn't take that out of my time or money, I love it.
I'm not.
I love it. I don't know. Right, I'm going to jump in now with the time. So Jayesh Mystery at 128.072, so he improved by quite a bit. Ben's at 128.210, so he's improved as well, but not enough. Mugela at 128.407. Bhutan at 128.472, the exact same time as Aaron Holloway. Aaron, I think, is in the wrong split. Hint, hint. We'll see. Although he's in Pro-Am, though, like, he got promoted up. Then we have Ambuga is a 128.5, so it's super close there. It's like all the way down to P12, I think it ended up being a second. Then we've got Otto at 128.662 versus Pavlova's 128.880. Then we've got Go, he didn't qualify in the last race, P9 at 129.027. Go, I think, will do very well in this race. He done very good getting by all the incidents at the start of the race over the first few laps, and I think he gained in the end something like 15-20 positions. It was mad anyway. Then we had Wilson then in P10, Dominic East in P11, Poole P12, Fergway P13, Batek P14, Pryor P15, Jay Wilson in P16, then Thomas Shelby's in P17. His real name is Michael. Natalie's in P18, Galamani's in P19, Nathan Warner's in P20, P21 then is Dunn, Usmanov is in 22nd, Healy's in P23. Hopefully he's a better race. He ended up finishing last. I think he got a little bit of murder. Then we have Toglioni in P24, Renthart in P25, Dunn again in P26. So there's two Dunns out there, B Dunn and T Dunn. So B Dunn's in P26. Then that Reshnek name is in P27, with Forster in P28. Bartolucci is in P29 with Sciotto in P30. Chris Polycott is in P31 with Grauschmal in P32. Algani in P33. Lata in P34. Goda in P25 to Philippe in P26. And then Anum Friday is in P37.
Now, one thing I will say, I'm not sure if you saw it. I think it was P4 and P5. They had the exact same lap time during qualifying.
I can tell he wasn't listening to my rundown anyway.
I know you said what?
Right, so I'll run through the
Oh,
grid.
no, was that what you saying about? You know what? Just go with it.
It's all right, mate. It's all right, mate. I know where I stand here, mate. Look at that supercharged motorsport team driver in the pool. I'm delighted for him.
Oh,
And he's a
I
great
smell
addition
a
to our
bit of
team.
bias.
Oh, no, not at all. Look at that. I know, but I'm very proud of the team. And I have to say, I just wanted to say I'm very proud of the boys that race in the iRacing as well. We got a few big wins recently in 12-hour endurances and that as well. So very proud of all the guys over there. Chico, Adam Locke, of course, runs the team for us. Then Chico Lindfar is the manager of the ACC side of it. And all the drivers that are involved as well. It's just great to see. Look at a Nissan on the third row. Come on, how cool is that?
Even with the bop, he is so far up, and it's good to see.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm loving it. I'm just going to scroll through. I've already done all the names and positions, so we're just going to have a look at the liveries and give everyone a little bit of a shout out as well. Not used to seeing Dominic this low on the grid. Hopefully, it's only track proficient. None of the Ferraris really seem to be flowing too well around this track, so I don't know why the bop is so severe in the Ferrari. They could probably do with 40 kilos off, to be honest. I do love the Aston, I have to say. I still love the Aston. I know it's an easy car and a lot of people give it a bit of hate for that, but it's a beautiful car. Of course, then the Boatley. Is there any other cool liveries sticking out that we can have a nose at? This one is just basically a banana. But I do
Well,
like
because
it.
it's yellow.
No, not at all. I love it though. But that's it, guys. If you do have custom liveries, just upload them to our Awesome as well, so we can see them also. Even though that's an in-car game livery, I absolutely love that.
I've been able to see it in real life and touch it. Beat that.
Pervert!
I was very lucky to go to Spa 24 Hours last year.
He done well, actually. He done alright in the Bowers 24 Hour as well. But, nice. So are you going to go to the Spa this year, yeah?
Yes, I might be going on board with a team though.
Nice.
I'm not going to say which just yet.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Might have went past it. Cough, cough.
I'll be over there as well. I'm going to go to the Spa 24 Hour. And Chico doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to annoy Chico while I'm there. I mean, what?
Well, no one heard that.
And Bathurst is, or sorry, Spa, and then the Nordschleife 24 Hours one that I'm definitely going to do this year. Although I'm going to be driving the Nordschleife in May. I'm driving down to it in my car to probably crash and write it off. But anyway.
I'd say that.
I know it probably will happen, I'm not going to lie, but I'll be smiling while doing it, which is the main thing. So I'll go drive. Let me see here now. While we're waiting on these, hello Aaron Holloway. Need to make Healy a French livery. Is Healy French? I won't make him an Alpine livery because I absolutely think the new Alpine livery is disgusting in F1.
I like it, I'll be honest.
Oh no, it's a bullet. Beep. It's horrible. It's horrible.
You
I
just
actually
beep
hate
just
it.
now.
Yeah, I did. I'm trying to be good. It's a pile of shite. It is though. I absolutely hate it. I hope they do get their car right. I think they'd only. I already done it in the podcast. Go to Supercharged podcast to listen to my thoughts on F1. It's clearly done there. We went through all deliveries as well and gave them ratings as well and stuff like that.
I reckon you're a very good podcast host, mainly because you know how to speak for long periods of time.
Yeah, but I kind of kept the swearing down. I think Oliver swore a few times. I didn't swear, I don't think, once.
Do you want me to check that?
Me not speak English. I know, I don't think I did. If I'm being honest, I actually don't think I did.
I said that to my teacher today because I'm not going to say why, but I just went and said, me not English, and she did not.
Oh,
she
no.
was not happy chappy.
God, no. Don't be a tool, be cool and be good in school. Say yes, sir, yes, ma'am. Right, JH Mystery, can he get race 2 of 2? Can Benz put on a bit of a fighter this time around? Wakan, Bugela, Bhutan, even Aaron Holloway in great position. He actually gained another position. He was P6. JH Mystery, I thought, was actually trying to jump there. I was like, what? He got hard on that Powerball as they go to the line. Do you want to take this one away?
I can if you want, as we are very close to go green for the final race of the night here. Obviously, we do see Mystery in pole position here, followed there by Benz as we go green very shortly. Obviously, only a 30-minute race at a 31-degree track as we are now green here, as we do see Mystery gets a very good start, goes instantly for the right side to try and defend his inside line from Benz in the M4. It does seem he gets it done there, as we do see a wide lunge there from I think that's an Aston Martin behind as well. He does keep that there, so he's got to go side by side there with Bhutan to try go for what seems to be P3 there as well, but it does seem the BMW M4 does have the overspeed here going into turn 2 now, as it does seem, no, going back into it. Mystery tries to defend his position, he does though, as he does have the inside line. He stays up into P1, but for how long can he be able to, as we do see a yellow flag there going into, what corner was that? I think that's corner 2. So there's going to be quite a few people off there. 4296, and I think that's Dominic Giesel. That's you too. Because they get a replay, and there's just going to be a huge contact. It does seem just one car caught all of that. Lamborghini just braking very late there, causing a multi-car pile-up, as we do see. A few drivers will be blessed for that, getting a few positions up, as we do see a few did RTG, fortunately there, but we are on board with Tognoli, as well as now going on Stefan Wilson. Obviously a car we did see last season as well. It's because I thought he was drifting a tiny bit there. It's not, as we do see what seems to be that's Dominic Guy is having a lot of pressure there as well from Go as well, going into the final few corners. So it does seem like they're going to go side by side. Dominic Guy does have the overspeed, and he just backs off there. Go he now has a lot of pressure as well from Natalie as well from behind as he goes side by side, and Natalie just goes for it, going into the final corner, keeping a very good move there from him there.
Yeah, that was an absolutely beautiful looking move. No other way to say it there. But looking back here, so Go in P15 has lost a few positions, but has gained anyway from the start. But I know he's lost from the start 4 positions now, but I think that'll come back to him as well. It's always kind of hectic at the start of the race, and then it settles down. An interesting one, Aaron Holloway now is essentially P2 in his split with Mr. Ambuga in that Nissan ahead of him. So Aaron actually has a genuine race on his hands.
Might as well. Listen, Aaron Holloway, who I think was P4 last race, can he try and gain all of these positions? I unfortunately lost, as you were just mentioning. It does seem that we do see a huge run there from, I think that's Ado there, trying to go for P3 there. It does seem he gets the move done going into P3. It's not going to be very happy there from, I believe that might have been, who is that actually? That's Boliga going into what seems to be turn 4. It just seems to have that flashing of the lights there, just emphasising he isn't happy there with that move. Mystery to create a bit of a gap for himself. Same with Benz there. Will we see what happened last race as well? We just saw a bit of a gap between both, as we do see though P3 of Odo is not having any sort of break here, as we do see a leap there from Bhutan trying to get that P3 position in the M4 of Road Racing, as we do see though if he tries to make a move and just makes a tiny bit of mistake, he could lose up to about 6 positions there, leading this train. Obviously it's just a huge slipstream train going into the start finish straight. It's not a very long straight, but we do obviously have the longest straight as well after turn 1. So we do see the Nissan going very wide there. He's going to lose a bunch of positions, unfortunately, and he has done as well. I think he's lost about 3 or so positions. He could have done so, and he just stays behind Aaron Holloway now in that freebie of the position, trying to gain all of the positions he did lose at the start of this race.
Yeah, just looking there as well, there's a nice queue forming here. It's a lot closer this time around in terms of positions there. Pavlova is all over the back of Mbuga as well there. So this time around, this race, people have got their eye in, there's lessons learned, and it's much more aggressive. Dominic Geese gained 2 positions as well off the start. So hopefully Dominic doesn't get a drive-through this time around. Track limits were obviously an issue in the first race with 2 drive-throughs as well.
Hopefully he doesn't get another one during this race. Obviously it's something that does happen. Track limits are quite strict around tracks like this. You can say that about any track, especially on the corner we are spectating with. right now. If you just go too wide, so I think we did just see Dominic Geese go quite wide there. I'm not sure if that is going to be a track cut or not, but that is a great example on what could happen during the cruel track limits of Red Bull Ring.
Absolutely, and I'm delighted for Healy this time round. Wasn't involved in any incidents and hasn't been murdered. No, I think was the Healy actually got a drive-through near the end? No, it wasn't. It was a Lambo actually, wasn't it? Last race.
Oh yes, it was. I believe it was Shelby.
It was the Shelby brothers. Nathan Warren, though, is after getting by go. Let's get that back on stream. Sets himself up lovely, goes for the inside line. That bent in the straight lines was super fast, and then he commands the corner, gets the brake in right. The Porsche slows down too much, and the Porsche actually nearly caused a contact with the Beamer behind as well. But that was that bit of a replay there on that one. But in fairness, Go has kept on the position. Go has gone on a go slow because he's after dropping out 6 positions. Now, I know he kind of finished in around P15, so that just might be his pace on this track. So it'll be interesting to see how he can go. He wants to be going forward, not backwards, because in the first race, phenomenal, got loads of positions. He really needs now just to get his head back in the game, focus. We obviously know he has the pace to be higher.
Yeah, good puns you used there, well done. But obviously, as you were saying, I don't know who it was. It must have been Wilson that caused, obviously, a little bit of contact going into turn 1 with Go. That caused a very big advantage there for Warren to get past into P14 and have quite a big gap now, as we can see. It's about 3 or 4 car lengths. We do see there's a yellow flag there. It does seem Mabuga is going slow, and we have seen this. Are we going to recreate history? No, we're not, or are we? No, there was a very close rejoin there, but that is going to be there's a spinning car going into the penultimate corner there.
What number was he again? I'm going to see, can I pull it up just in case there was contact? 54.
54.
Right, so let's try. Once this replay goes, I'm going to try this replay here. Oh, he loses it, gets sighted, so his tyres might be at him as well. Right, so he's
going to go side by side here with the 777, I think that is. Was that the 237? I think it's the 237.
Sorry, I'll have to go back to this other replay. It's this one. So it's Dominic Geese and the thingy. He got hit by the McLaren.
Yeah, that's caused the McLaren to go very wide as well. We do see 3 wide happening here going into turn 4 now. How is Mabuga safe here from these 3 cars? It's the banana car trying to go through the middle here. This is going to go well. No, it's not. Sorry, huge bit of just, I wouldn't say it's contact, but that was a very unsettling moment going into that corner. But it does seem they all survive for now, as we do see the banana M4 just losing a few positions now, unfortunately, as he gets a lot of pressure there from what seems to be Pryor, I think. Is that Pryor? No, that's a McLaren. Who's the McLaren?
The McLaren there is done. Barry done. Oh, that's Ferrari.
That's a Ferrari.
Oh, it's Manoff, is it?
That's a Bartolacci.
Oh, that's Bartolacci. And then there's Manoff there in P21.
I see. So it's just unsynced leaderboard there as we go into the first 8 minutes. As we do see Usmanov trying to go for an inside move. No, not an inside, an outside move going into the first corner. If he's going to get the overspeed, it does seem he does have the advantage in pace going into this corner. It does seem he's going to try to go for the more racing line, as the M4 does have the inside line. It just gets him done very, very efficiently there, going up into P20.
Fastest lap last race for Mr. Benz, a 1:28.580, by the way. He was 3/10 faster than JS this lap just gone. So JS is not having it as easy this time around. Of course, we still have 21.5 minutes of racing left with this one. And also just while we were on the other race as well, Batek and Mr. Pavlova swap positions there as well.
Going back to Mystery and Benz, we did see this last race as well, where we did see Benz getting the fastest lap by quite some time, but he never actually was able to catch up. So are we going to see a repeat of history, or are we going to see something new and it's actually going to be power? But it's hard to tell if he's losing a lot of time or if he's gaining a lot of time. It does seem he might be gaining at this time. 20 minutes. Can Mystery try to hold off and try to get a lot of pace in the grip shares? We don't see a potential fastest lap taken there by Mystery, but we just have to wait and see what happens with these 2 drivers.
Well, last lap round, JS was just over or under a tenth slower. But the thing about it is, right, Benz definitely is faster over one lap, but JS does 2.4 solo endurances and stuff like that. JS can bang out the same, like similar lap times consistently for 2.5 hours, 3 hours stints by himself. So I think that's where it is that some drivers might be fast starting off, but then as the race goes on, even on 30 minutes, there's a bit of contact behind. Aaron Holloway's now up in the third position. We'll come back to this story now in a second. Let's go back and watch this in full. We'll go 30 seconds replay here just to look at what happened. So we're going up into turn 2 on with Aaron Holloway just to see what happens here. Let's get the best camera view on this one here, because this does look like late braking from someone. Oh, it is. They hit Morris. That's twice in a row that Bouton's after being rear-ended, I think, at that corner as well. But Batek got him in the first race, so that's super unlucky. So the stewards will be quite busy. Yay! But
not my problem.
I feel bad for Morris Bouton because he's done nothing wrong twice, and at the same corner he's been rear-ended twice. That's nothing on him, and obviously that will be looked after the race. But Aaron Holloway finds himself back in P3. Now Aaron is racing smart because he did state in the YouTube chat earlier that he let the guys behind ahead when he was sitting in P3 in the last race, because it doesn't matter overall in the split. He didn't want to be, like, he felt that he was slower. Instead of defending the faster split, he let them by. He still won his split outright, so he's done the right thing, and I think he'll do the same again. If he feels he's going to be holding these guys up, he'll let them go.
Yeah.
And look at this though,
I'm not
Dominic
sure what's
Geese,
going to happen.
P5 now.
It's still quite an unpredictable grid at the moment, as we do see Dominic Geese could potentially be at risk of losing the position here to Bouton, as well as he goes for the outside line here going into turn 3. It's not going to be enough just yet. Obviously, this is a very, very sharp angled corner. Unless he gets some sort of switch back on him, which I don't think he is going to be able to do, Dominic Geese will maintain P5 for the time being, but does seem still going side by side with him. Go into turn 4. He just gets the move done there, which I'm very surprised he has done that, Bouton. It must have been quite a difficult corner there for Dominic Geese going into turn 3. Chad led Bouton to still be side by side with him going into turn 4, which led him to have the inside line. And now Bouton goes up into P5 and now tries to chase P4, potentially even P3. Can he try to get a podium there, as we do see Dominic Geese breaking a lot later? That I thought there was going to be contact between them both, but glad to see there wasn't.
Do you know what I've noticed here? Around this track, all these GT3s are able to swing it around the outside and get the move done around the outside. It's not like F1 where you need to have that inside line to defend the corner and get faster out. The outside, you seem to be able to swing it at the GT3s and get the move done. Obviously, they're a narrower car, so you can use a bit more of the track as well for both cars. But that was a superb driving there from Morris Bouton and Dominic Geese, I have to say. Dominic having the wits about him to let him know where the car is and to be able to make that move happen. Yeah, phenomenal stuff. There's Batek and Denali added there. Batek defends that position, gets actually a position gain there, goes up the inside, beautifully done there by Batek. Not exactly what he done in race 1 as he had contact with Bouton, but he's learned from that and got the job done. A bit of flashing the lights, bit of playfulness there with Denali, but Batek's well used to the flashers. He'll be proud of that.
As we do see there, we could see Natalie starting to make some sort of retaliation there on Batek, as it does seem he was quite close to the rear end there of Batek. It does seem that Batek is starting to gain a bit of a gap between them both. He tries to get further up into the grid. Can he try and get to P7 again? I think it was a starting position. Obviously, race 2 not being in his favour just yet, but he is starting to redeem himself a tiny bit. Did you see? That was a flashing, not from Batek this time. Not sure who that was, but it does seem Natalie might not be happy.
Oh, goes down now in P22. What happened? He's really... Oh, he went off the track there.
That would do it.
Yeah, normally the fastest route would be on the tarmac, but look, these things can happen around some of these corners. But you know yourself, if you dip a wheel off slightly, it can normally drag you, can pull you off the track as well. So, you know...
I think that's where the weakness of games like AMS2 and iRacing comes into play, because you don't usually get that as much in ACC, because you seem to get some sort of grip, not much, but some sort of grip on the grass.
Yeah, well, you definitely don't in Automobiles to 2, you'd die if you touched the grass. Have you ever played AMS2? I love the game, but
I love the game.
The grass physics are just like literally ice. It's literally loads of grip in the tarmac ice. That's it. Bit of a fight here for Polycott after overtaking Taglioni. It actually seemed that Taglioni had a bit of a moment because he lost 3 positions there. T-Done looks like he's gotten by Renhard from what I last seen. Although, looks like they're after getting by Wilson. Let's go back 15 seconds, see can you see that in there. Although on the inside, Wilson in the Beamer, if I remember right. Oh yeah, look at that. Otto just had the position perfect, having the inside line. Wilson then had to get out of it. That's a corner where you can't really go side by side. You kind of have to give a bit away with that one there. So fair play there. And I see Aaron Holloway may have just let Ambulgia by, and will probably do the same with Morris Bouton, as Aaron's playing for position on the actual race of his own split, not the actual race positions. So don't forget, anyone watching, while yes, there is a race going on, if they're in a separate split, you won't really see them over fighting position because they'll still have the race win. As you see, Aaron Holloway could drop all the way down to P7 if he really wanted to and still win a split.
I don't think he would, though.
No, obviously he's not just going to drop down, but, you know, if it is a case that Morris Bouton starts flashing, Aaron can let him out of the way and get on with it, and that's what we want to see. We don't want to see people being held up. We want them to be able to legitimately fight for their splits and positions.
Yeah.
But, jump back on with JS Mystery. He's after pulling a bit more of a gap now. Not by much though, about a second I'd say between them. And this is wasn't this kind of the time in the last race when they did start pulling out a bigger gap? Now I can see,
yeah,
time wise there though, Benz was 3/10 faster. Jesh, both of them had invalidated laps last lap, by the way. So it could be interesting to see if there is any track warnings for these guys. That'd be it'd be massive if they had a drive-through now.
it is this kind of, it's the time of race where we do start to see a drop off in pace, mainly because the tyres are starting to feel the wear a tiny bit, and that's why we do start to see other cars will have maintained their tyres a bit better than others. The replay, what for here? BMW,
oh, we missed it.
BMW, as we missed it, well done.
Yeah, I just seen it at the last second because I was looking at the lower end of the field, super action, and unfortunately, yeah, we missed that there. But Batek on the charge up, and Batek choosing the number 1 like a legend. We normally see Batek in number 4, so very interesting that he hasn't gone for the number 4. Oh, interesting. So Aaron still ahead of Morris Bouton, Geese and P6. Then we have Aces and P38.
What?
You what, mate?
You what?
Oh, and on Friday, tapped the rear of the Ferrari, but he stopped himself to not gain a time. So Polycott actually gained more time than he lost in terms of gap. No harm, no foul, I suppose.
I'm just going to say this now, before I'm warning you, but if I don't speak for a long period of time, just say my name, because I'm either sleeping or I'm just not, because I am absolutely shattered for today.
Right, so Aces, then let me ask you this.
Uh-oh.
Who do you think is going to get a drive-through first?
Oh, I could never do that.
Aaron Holloway.
Because I know... I'd like to see your opinion first before I make this.
Aaron Holloway.
I never said that. I don't think Aaron Holloway, yes, he will. Won't get a drive-through penalty.
He's having a great race. He's absolutely killing it. He's phenomenal. He's literally like... everyone's just like, get like Max Verstappen to sign him up to a red line now. I don't want to be jinxing at all with these great compliments the commentators give. Look at that race. Oh, Jesus. You've got
Aaron Holloway for a second. And retired.
Wow. I don't know who that was there. Taglioni.
That was a gel.
Taglioni. Is he
Oh.
disconnected or what's going on?
I think he's just retiring, mate, because there's another
But why is he
yellow
parked
flag as
there?
well. I think, no, there's another yellow flag as well on the other side.
His foot's
in
on the
gravel
brakes
trap.
though. Are you sure?
Maybe
there
he's
is.
waiting. Maybe he's waiting.
Yeah,
to
but
get the car.
that's he's waiting on the apex still. He is.
'Cause he
What
wants
was he
to
doing
try
waiting on
get
the
everything.
apex?
Oh, what legend!
On the apex though, there's a way of doing that. He could have put it in a little bit further up out of the way. That
Yeah,
was
but he could get more positions.
But he's massively being. That could have caused war. Wow, that's Adam Friday, obviously with big damage. Oh wow,
That's
he's going
an
to the
unhealthy
scrapyard.
looking RV5.
Yeah, he's going to the scrapyard there. He'll probably get about 200 scrappage in that yoke now.
And the
Jesus.
milkshake.
Yeah. I'd say he'll need it. He'll probably get sick though after the impact he had. That was a huge impact by the looks of it. I feel bad from there, but yeah, as we were suspected, you can see Mystery now is starting to pull away now.
Yeah, it just seems he tends to be a bit more consistent, but we do see Mystery does have the fastest lap of the race, which means that has happened in the 3 or so laps. It does seem he is still too good with his tyres so far.
Yeah. Aaron Holloway is still driving absolutely amazing, out of his skin. Oh, it'd be terrible to get a drive through, Aaron.
This is cyberbullying.
It is. Oh, he's an admin, so he has to take it as well. Looking back further, let's go back to the back of the grid. So Adam's in the pits, obviously, hopefully swapping out cars because that car is absolutely mangled. Then we've got Taglioni then in P33, Goda, P32, Sciutto is in P31, then Chris Policott in P30, with Latta right ahead of him. So this is a genuine battle on track there in P29 there. And Chris Policott is normally a bit faster, but you can see that car has been in the wars. It looks like that car has fought Mike Tyson. It honestly has. It's in bits.
That's the only car that actually hasn't been knocked out by him.
Yeah, that's the truth. Then we've got Forster in P28, Reinhardt in P26. Give it a go. P26 is for who?
Dyslexia.
Ah, that's a terrible name to call him. Gremschmull. You can't call him dyslexia. Gremschmull is in P26.
You call him dyslexia, I call him that.
You literally call him dyslexia. Then we've got Terry Dunn in P25. Then Mr. Shelby in P24. Do you want to try this one?
Well, we've done this before. That was McGuey, isn't it?
McGuey, yeah, in P23.
Are you making me do all the hard names? So you look
Bartolucci.
better?
No, I'm going to give you a really hard one now. So we've got Bartolucci in P22. P21 for who?
Oh, mate, that's too many syllables. That's. I have a bit. Let's go.
Go. Zoo. Then we've got Pryor in P20. Then we've got Mr. Healy having a great race compared to last race now. P19 at the minute. P18 for Usmanov. P17 for Gallimani. B-Done is a P16. What's up, mate?
Don't go Australian, but look at Pete Adam.
Dominic Geese.
That's no P6, P8.
P8 is Batak.
Where's Odo gone?
Otto's in P6.
But look what he's got.
Aaron Holloway didn't get it first. That's going to be tough for him, though, in fairness. But Dominic East had that, so I'm glad Dominic is at least gaining a position from this because he got, he gave loads of people positions in the last, and so it is what it is. Obviously, although it is very unlucky. And you're better off serving a drive-through because if you don't, it's like 130 seconds added to your time.
I think they've changed it. I think it's 60.
Oh, they've gone down to 60 now, have they?
From that immense 180.
Yeah, that was crazy. Then where were we? So B done in P16 and Booga in P. Oh, that's unlucky for him. He started P5 down in P15, or P6 it was, sorry, down in P15 now. Then we've Nathan Warren in P14 in the Bentley. Then we've got Mr. John Wilson then in P13. Then Natalie in P12. Do you want to say that one for us?
Pool.
Pool in P11. Who's this?
Oh, man. Go on.
Oh, I'm asking you.
I think that's Pavlova.
Pavlova is in P10, good man. Then we have Stephen Wilson in P9. Who's this lad?
Mr. Flashy.
Oh, look,
I can't say that.
he actually goes by his real name now, right? We've hidden his real name for a few seasons, and I'm going to absolutely say now, his real name's actually Pastor Maldonado.
Oh, what? Hang on, did you just see that?
Yeah, I just seen a car go off into Nardia. Here is it. Where is it?
Oh, God, go.
Was it Pavlova?
It might have been Pavlova.
It could have been, because he literally just went for a little detour. Oh, yeah. So, Batek now P7. Dominic Geese is in P6. Otto ended up, in fairness for Otto, oh no, he's still dropping down. Shit. I think he's P12. Yeah, P12, so he's done alright. So Dominic Geese then in P6. Bhutan, after being rear-ended twice, is
P17, P18, P19.
Oh my god, yeah, I can see that. That is tough. With 4 minutes to go. Aaron Snotaway is in P4. Bugalia is in P3. Benz is in P2. And JS, not so much of a mystery now, is in P1. It's a phenomenal start from him this time around. P2 in qualifying 1. P1 in the race, then P1 for qualifying 2. And so far P1 in the race. And Otto, you poor devil, P24 from P6. That is tough going. You do not want to get a drive-through in a sprint race, because you literally go from having the best day of your life to not so much the best day.
You prevented yourself from saying something there. I respect that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. What's going on? He's back into P20. Not too bad. Not too bad. I want to see where else is there. Was it Latta was having a bit of a fight? Yeah, I was thinking that. So Polycot's got Boy Latta. Both of these cars have definitely seen better days. It's like watching a banger race. But JS Mystery though is coming by to lap them, so they're going to move out of the way there for JS. Although the McLaren was trying to be a sneaky old turkey and try and go for the move from Polycot as well. It would have been a smart thing to do there, because he could have used JS there if he really wanted to. But I like the way that there was fair racing there. So Polycot doing a great job there, so well done, Mr. Polycot. Then we've got Borster, P28, all by himself. What song would he be singing? Come on, say it.
What song's he going to be singing? Call him.
I don't know. Australia asked you, didn't I?
Yes, but I don't listen to as much music as you do.
Either do I. I don't listen to music.
Do you know Spotify Wrapped?
Yes.
Please tell me that. Can you guess how many minutes I had on Spotify Wrapped?
Don't have a clue.
Just to take a small guess.
1 minute.
Very close. 205,000 minutes, 687.
Really?
Yeah.
Just for last year?
Yeah.
How do I find that now on my phone to try have a look at that for you?
What do you mean?
I'm going to
find out yours?
Yeah.
I think it's a bit late. Every December.
I remember I had Spotify app, but I absolutely ignored every bit of it.
It's the best time of the year.
I don't actually want to know, because I listen to music all the time. Even when I'm working, during the day, like if I'm doing emails or anything like that, I'll just throw on the headphones and listen to either a podcast or music.
Oh yeah.
So I would easily say probably half my year is on Spotify.
Yeah, that's the same with me.
To be fair about it. But there's a race going on here, and we're down to
yeah.
31 seconds. We will get one more lap in as Josh is actually going to start it now. So Josh, for a very, very team that we wouldn't know too well, Supercharged Motorsport.
Coming around the end of them.
That livery's gorgeous. Whoever made that's a legend. Don't know who that was. Oh wow, look at that.
Oh, it's so bright.
It's just amazing. Oh, the
So
ACC
sparkly.
drive, if you don't sponsor us again, that's being removed. Hint, hint. Interesting news though, Benz is in P2.
Is that really interesting?
More interesting news, Miguel is in P3. More interesting news, Holloway hasn't wrote off his car yet. And I'm delighted because I love that livery as well. Whoever's making these cool liveries, God, I want to meet him. I want to get his autograph. He's doing a little job.
Is this your way of trying to get some advertising? Well, no. Not you. It's not you, I know that for a fact.
Delivery artist is not Colin.
Yeah, delivery artist that is totally anonymous.
Yeah,
anonymous?
Anonymous. Has JS crossed the line to make it 2 for 2. Is that Ben's gone into the pit, the man who, or no, it's not?
Why is it? Yeah, he has gone in the pit.
He has.
No, he hasn't. He's gone in the pit.
I don't know what's going on. Ben's in P2, Bagheera in P3, Holloway comes in P4, Bouton in P5, Dominic Geese P6, Andre Batek coming around for P7, flashing the lights like Batek does. Then we've got Wilson in P8, Boone in P9, then Natalie in P10, then Jay Wilson in P11, Beadon in P12, Pavlova in P13. Oh no, and Buga's after getting by Pavlova. So Pavlova is now P14 and Buga P15, Usmanov P16, Healy P17, Nate Moore P18, Pryor P19.
Sold.
And the winning bid goes to Aces, $2 million. Schlaven go. Right, Batek, is he doing donuts or is he back in the pits? No, he's not doing donuts. I was expecting Batek to do.
Well, we'll find out with it.
Yeah, so good racing, I have to say. Nice season opener. Overall, yes, a few incidents here and there. That that's part of racing. God help it. Oh my God, God help the stewards looking at that. Anyway. Do you swear that was a 15-hour endurance event with the amount of incidents picked up?
Good luck.
I literally, when I looked at race 2, I was like, what? So in race 2, there is a total of 46 things picked up. And that could be people going off by themselves. Race 1, oh my Jesus, 48. So quite high in both. But a lot of them were people falling off by themselves. So Aaron... enjoy looking through the ones that are not ones we looked at, and then we look at the other ones. To be fair, he is a legend for doing that. But yeah, great racing, phenomenal stuff. Double win for JS Mystery, and a double win for Aaron in his split. And I can't remember in the other split who actually won twice. We'll have a look anyway as I upload the standings now in a minute. No, Bhutan is a pro as far as I remember. Don't know why it's pulling him up as an AM, but anyway. Aces, I want to thank you so much for coming in and joining me. It's a pleasure having you along. And
great to be here again.
Yeah, unfortunately I can't plug that because you don't want to plug your own social stuff, so it is what it is. Yeah, no, thanks very much. And I'm going to give you the pleasure of picking the driver of the day.
Okay. Alright, driver of the day. This is something because they were quite different between both the first race and the second race. Hmm. I can't say Aaron Holloway because I could say it because he won both races, but then again I could say that with Mystery as well.
Hmm.
Oh, this is difficult. Oh, this is
I'll
really.
name who I would have gone for, but obviously what you pick is fair, and we'll go by that.
Go on, who are you picking? I know, and why is it Mystery?
It's not Mystery. I'm not picking Mystery, even though Mystery is a legend. Oh, you honestly would have picked Morris Bouton because he got murdered twice and still recovered to very good
Oh
positions in
yeah,
2 races.
actually, I would say that as well. Yeah, forgot about him momentarily.
Who are you going to pick?
I think I was picked the same as you, Button.
Okay. Well, look, I'll
He's
end the
now with
stream there.
Mystery.
So, thanks again for coming in and joining me. Thanks everyone who's watched the stream. Don't forget to like, subscribe, yeah, and all that lovely stuff. And we'll see you for the 2.4 that's starting on Sunday. We do also have a 6-hour endurance coming soon, €100 for the race winner for that one there, for the team. Get signed up on SimGrid for that. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you Sunday. Take her ham and cheesy, lemon squeezy.